Hello and welcome to this once again late version of my Astro Tarot Predictions for the week beginning 16th of May 2022. I think we should it's getting late. I'm getting ready for bed, and I just suddenly remembered, oh gosh, I haven't done it again this week. Nobody ever does that. It's my own standards, it's my own shadow that's screaming at me. So I'm saying that to myself, really. Anyway, tough week, man. Tough week. So allow it, bruv. Right, let's just get into it. Aries. It's probably going to be a quick one today. All right, Aries. We've got the Five of Fire. We're using the Angel Tarot this week. We've got the Five of Fire, Five of Wands, Queen of Wands, and we've also got the Chariot at the same time. Then we've got the Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands as the outcome. So what it means is there could be too many chefs in the kitchen at the beginning part of the week. Towards the middle part of the week, it's time for you to get out there, meet people, network, and really think about the things that you want to do. What do you want to change in your life? Because we got the Chariot cards. This is one of the cards of victory, managing the different aspects of your life, the yin and the yang, in order to create success for yourself. So you've got to look at all the different opposing sides to your personality, and also the opposing things that are happening in your life, because you want to create a success. And it's ready there. It's ready and waiting for you. The Ace of Wands, Ace of Fire, is a very, very positive card for entrepreneurship and doing the things that you really want to do and doing it on your own. So it's a very positive week for entrepreneurial things, just generally speaking. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Oh, I need to put something there. Hold on a second. About that. Will that work? Yeah, that'll do. We're going to move on to Taurus now. Maria Doffings just said, "Holy F, it was a hard week for me too, but it doesn't sound like as hard as you. Be well and thank you for being here." Thank you, Maria. Yeah, man, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. Yeah, I don't want to say too much. I have a tendency to overshare, and I don't want to do that. Not at the moment. Maybe later. All right, Taurus. Oh, okay, Taurus. We've got the Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands, and we've got the Seven of Air, Seven of Swords, and we've got the King of Air and the Six of Air together at the end there. So what this means is, with the Queen of Fire, what she's done is she's got to know people that are around her to figure out what's happening with the other people's, how they're thinking, how they process stuff, and also through the information that those people hold, she's able to have pieced together what was really happening. Because I think that somebody may have been keeping secrets and keeping information from her. As a result, she's sort of begun to piece things together, gathering bits and pieces of information. Now, what's happening is, either this is you, Taurus, or this is somebody around you. This is somebody who's taking something, like stealing something, or taking something back without somebody else knowing. So it could be that because there are people who are acting. I was going to say the word nefarious. I don't use that word very often. Acting nefariously around you. You may need to. And I'm never somebody that encourages deceitful behavior, but you may need to behave in a way that is outside of your general standards in order to get what you need, so that you understand what ground you're on. Sometimes you just got to do it. And I think that because of the circumstances you may find yourself in, you may need to look at what options you have around you in order to best serve your needs, and then consider what you have to do. Then you've got to be the military king and create a strategy for yourself. And then with that strategy, come from your head and not from your heart. Look at the facts alone and don't let your emotions drag you into the situation. And then we've also got the Six of Air. This is leaving a situation, changing from one set of circumstances to another one. So yeah, this is finding your way out of a difficult situation. All right, and then things begin to improve. So a complicated week for you this week, Taurus. but no doubt towards the end of the week, next week, things will improve for you. So that's positive. Let's move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, we've got some really positive things here for you. We've got the Emperor card, which is about boundaries, looking after your own things, recognizing that they're yours and yours alone, and not to let other people act as if they have any right to what's yours. It's yours. You're the Emperor. All right. So that's hence why boundaries are important. Then we've got the card of victory, returning home victorious. People recognize you for what you bring to the team, what you bring to the table, and your unique skill set. You're put on a bit of a pedestal this week. That's very positive, as you deserve to be. And the outcome we've got is the King of Fire, King of Wands, the business advisor, somebody that's got like a very wise, strong head on their shoulders, and somebody you can go to for advice, or maybe it's you who's giving the advice. But basically, it's going to be a time where, what you give, you receive, right? So if somebody comes to you for advice and you provide that to them, it could be that there's somebody out there that gives you really positive advice as well. So it could be twofold. There is one other thing, because this card jumped out right at the very start, just as I was pulling these cards out. This is the card of a guardian angel, and oh no, sorry, this isn't the guardian angel. Sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. This is the Knight of Fire. I thought it was the Knight of Pentacles, but no, this is the Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is the card of take action now. It's time to act now. So if you're working on something, this is that card where it's saying now's the time to really do the hard work and get it through the gate. All right, let's move on to Cancer. Good week for you though, Gemini. Good things out there. Just act on the opportunities that are coming your way. Cancer. Oh wow. Okay. So we've got 5 cards. 2 have come at the start, which is the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups. Then we've got the Sun card, and we've got the 6 of Swords. And right at the end, we've got the two of Air, but 2 of Swords. All right. So what this means is there's 2 levels of you at the moment. It's like you're functioning on 2 different planes. There's one that is working on itself to create a high frequency for itself, right? So we've got the 9 of Cups, which is the card of contentment, and we've got the Sun card, which is card of I'm free and I'm in tune with well, it's not the World card, but it's like I allow my inner child out to play and be joyful and just be in the universal flow. That's where it's what it's similar to the World card is, when you're in the universal flow, and the universe is able to provide you with synchronicities. Good things happen after the next, after the next, after the next. So with those 2 cards, that's one storyline. At the same time, though, there's things the universe wants you to see with the High Priestess. So don't be in such a rush to move forward. And with the 6 of Air, you've got to leave a difficult emotional situation behind. So these 2 storylines are happening at the same time for you. So that's very interesting. And as the outcome for this week, you come to a situation where there's a bit of a dilemma. You have to choose which road, this way or that way. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter because it takes you to the same place anyway. But you get to choose. All right, and the journeys are somewhat different, but the outcomes, destinations usually the same because of your frequency, because of how you're vibrating. All right, so that's for Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Okay. For Leo, we've got the Ace of Fire, which is the Ace of Wands, with the 8 of Cups, and we've got the Star card. And then the last card we've got is the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands at the beginning part of the week, this is a positive omen for entrepreneurship, taking charge of a situation, and the early stages of like a business or sort of creative endeavor. So it's very positive. It says on the central card, it says an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Middle part of the week, we've got the Eight of Water, which is again leaving a difficult situation, a situation where there might be power imbalances, and you're fed up and sick and tired of dealing with it. And with the Star card at the same position, what this is saying is that you're shifting on the internal landscape, and it's not showing yet on the external, but it will do very, very soon. And also, this card says, "Make a wish, the wish could come true." So as you leave this difficult situation, a new positive one really is opening up for you, and it will be very evident. And the outcome is to take action now. This is that same card that we just had seen before. Take action now. It's time, and free yourself. It may not be an easy road, but it's time for you to stand up for yourself and fight. And as you do that, you take all the actions that extricate yourself from a difficult situation. All right, that's for Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. Okay, we've got the Three of Swords, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Fire, the Ten of Wands. Okay, so the Three of Air is about with pain and difficulty, with a heavy heart that I may be experiencing. I can't stop living the daily things I need to get sorted in my life. I need to do in my life. The I can't just lie down on the bed and die. I've got to carry on doing things. So with great sadness, I continue. I move through my daily life, and I get on with it. I just get on with it because I have to. Middle part of the week, we've got the eight of Earth, Eight of Pentacles, which is the card of learning and apprenticeship and getting better, taking this experience on as a learning lesson, and just knowing that I'm going to add it to my experience, and it's going to make me a deeper, more experienced, wizened person, which fits Virgo quite well, doesn't it? And the outcome is taking on more than I can handle. This is the card that comes when the guy's carrying all these wands on his back by himself and he doesn't ask for help, even though he could. There are people out there that can and will be there for you, but you need to ask them first. You need to summon them first, and that's down to you, Virgo. Can you ask for help, or are you too proud to do that and just want to handle everything yourself? That's also a learning lesson for you. But I think towards the end of this week, if you want to ask for help, there are people there who can help you and want to support you through your life. Let's move on to Libra. So for Libra, we've got the Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Swords. We've got the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords, and the Star card. All right. So with the Queen of Swords, she is a very independent lady. She has her own queendom to run. She doesn't waste her time with sort of faffing. She doesn't faff at all. Everything is about productivity, functionality. Let's get stuff done. She's also the queen of communication. So she's connected to writing projects and getting stuff done in terms of written work as well. So if you've procrastinated, maybe it's a good time to get on with that, and wise to sort those things out as well. Towards the middle part of the week, she's also the let's stay with the Queen of Swords at the moment. She's also the queen that relegates emotion and makes decisions from the head. What is sensible? What is productive? Let's do that. And that's the way you've got to look at the beginning part of your week. As we're now already in on Tuesday and we're heading towards the middle part now, we've got the Ace of Air, Ace of Swords. So this is one of those cards that is one of the 3 victory cards. This card says, no matter what obstacle you put in front of me, I'm going to force my way through to the end, and nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to get in my way. So it's also the card of getting new ideas and inspirations, and seeing through the bullshit to see the truth and see what's really happening. And towards the end of the week, we've got the star card for you, which is a beautiful card. I'm open. I am awake. I am receptive to what the universe gives me. At the same time, I carry with me the essence of who I am, and I will make myself manifest in any environment that I enter. Things change on the on the internal landscape. I change, I shift, but they're not showing yet on the external because it's not time for me to reveal my true colors. But in time, I will. All right, so that's what's happening for Libra this week. Let's move on to Scorpio. Okay. So Scorpios have been in a strange sort of place recently, and it feels like what's happening for them is like the control in their lives. Sometimes they have it, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. And at the beginning part of this week, you just begin to feel like, oh, okay, I'm just getting the hang of the rhythm of this now. And I'm beginning to understand how I can work with this. With the Chariot card, you begin to get your control back as well, right? You're the one that's got the control over the 2 horses or the 2 sphinxes, however you want to look at whichever pack you look at. And so as that happens, you begin to think, okay, I can deal with this. I know where I am. And then you get some news that throws you off kilter again. So with the 3 of air, there's sadness there. And then with that it throws you off kilter again, and so you're struggling to sort of grab hold of those reins. And also you understand the spiritual component of you can only control what you can control, and what you can't control you should just leave. And towards the end of the week, we've got the Hanged Man. No, this isn't the Hanged Man. This is the ego. This is the devil card. This is the devil card. Sorry, this is what I sometimes do this with the angel pack, because the cards are so different. The ego is actually the devil, so it's not the Hanged Man. What this is about is being trapped by your material desires, and your inner child wants what it wants, and it doesn't want to have to negotiate or compromise on what it wants. I want a lollipop. I want it now. I don't care what anybody says. Give it to me now. So it's a bit like that. Towards the end part of this week, then you have that your desires are sort of overflowing, and you want what you want, but it might not be appropriate. It might not be good for you. So you've got to weigh these things out. At the same time, also, it could be a case of, when am I going to get off this roller coaster? When am I going to be able to sort of free myself from this difficulty, and get a sense of control back? Scorpios kind of really need that. So if you are feeling that way, it might be a good idea to meditate. Meditating is always good for everybody, but I think it does a lot of good for Scorpios. So meditate and try and come to a state of balance if you can. And if you can't, let yourself go to an extreme. Let yourself go to the extreme that you're already heading to, but do it consciously if you can. That way, you're fully aware of what you're engaging in and what you're doing. If things go too far, you're able to step back. Be mindful about everything you do. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. I don't use this pack that often. I think you guys can tell. It's a beautiful pack. I mean, it's a stunning pack. Look at this. I do like using these. But I use these more for myself than I do reading for other people. It's just that I'm upstairs in my bedroom getting ready for bed, and I just thought, let me quickly do this. And this was the pack that was here on my bookshelf here on on the side, so I thought, let me use this one. I think I'll use a different pack next time. Sagittarius. Okay. We have the Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands, Seven of Water, Seven of Cups, and Two of Air, Two of Swords. So, I think there could be some confusion for you this week, Sagittarius, because with the Queen of Fire, she's very sociable. She's out there. She gets to know people. She networks. She opens doors just with her charming personality and just by her being herself. People really it warm to her, and they invite her to social events and even just in a work context or just in a general social context, people really want to get to know this charming person and be around them. And in doing so, it seems to create so many opportunities for you. So as a result, middle part of this week, we've got the seven of cups, and we have the Two of Swords, right? So both of these cards are about options. This is about the 7 different options that are available to you, although one is the most realistic and the other 6 are kind of illusion. And then this is about a dilemma, because you've got two roads open to you. Which one will you choose? So basically, towards the end of this middle to end of part of this week, you're just going to be confronted with options and choices. What are you going to do? What are you going to choose? When this card comes, what it tends to say is don't be taken by the glitz and the glamour. Don't let the illusion have its way with you. Stay grounded and make the realistic choice, because if you do, you can make some really good ground at the moment. And then this card here with the Two of Swords is saying, just pick a choice, just pick an option already, just get on with it. No more faffing around, just do it. All right, Sagittarius, let's move on now to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, we've got the Page of Earth, Page of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Cups, 10 of Water, and the King of Air, King of Swords. Right. So what this is saying is that the beginning part of this week, you could find yourself with more resources available to you than you previously had. It could also mean that you start a course of like a workshop or some sort of self-development type of course, something that's going to be helpful to you later on, and you're on the right path with that sort of stuff. Middle part of the week, we have some sort of celebration or something to do with the family. This is a happy family card. Something positive with the family. It says your emotional and your material needs are met, and you are blessed with trustworthy relationships. So that's really positive. And towards the end of the week, you're being given a little sign here to be like the military king. Have a strategy when you go into any sort of high status meeting, and hold your status as well, because it could be that you need to step into that role of being the leader, being the military king, and don't be so emotional. Relegate your emotions and come from that headspace of I'm the king, I'm the leader here. I need to create the framework and the boundaries for people to understand what they need to do and how they need to function. So take that role if you need to, if it's relevant. And if it's not in a work context and in a social context and in a personal context, maybe you need to do that for whatever reason. Be the king of air, be the military king, the strategist. Okay. All right, that's for Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. We have the Queen of Air, Queen of Swords. We have the 5 of Water, 5 of Cups, and we've got the 5 of the Major Arcana. In this pack, they call it Unity. In the Rider-Waite pack is the Hierophant. Okay, with the Queen of Swords, she is the military queen. She's usually the single queen. She's got her own queendom to run. So she's a busy lady. She's got a lot to deal with. She's somebody that isn't particularly emotional. She's practical, but productive and functional. So she thinks, what's the fastest way I can get from A to Z with the minimal fuss. So I think that's what the beginning part of your week is going to be. How that's going to run. Middle part of the week now we've got Five of Water, which is a card of like make regrets and thinking, oh God, why did I do that? I made a mistake. But this is also the kind of there's no point in crying over spilt milk. And now let's just take the positives and deal with those, run with those. So now that's what you've got to do. And I feel like it really relates to my situation as well. So on this card, it says things not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilt milk. So there's no point in crying over spilt milk. So just pick yourself up and keep going. Towards the end of the week, we've got the Hierophant card, which is having access to spiritual information, secret information. So it could be that somebody's withholding something from you, or that you're able to elevate your consciousness to a place where you are able to access that information. So, because I know a lot of Aquarians are doing that spiritual work at the moment. I'm trying to. So basically, it's that case of don't be too taken aback, or don't recognize that everything's a game. It's a game, and that you can play the game better if the higher frequency that you're on. So if you recognize that and you put your time and energy into that, the more access to higher levels of information that you can access, right? The higher what did I say? The higher levels of information, spiritual information, you can access if you're vibrating on a high vibration. So I don't think I said that right, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. So if you do the meditation, you do the affirmations, you do the law of attraction work, the mirror work, the self development work, and as you do that, you increase the frequency that you're on. When you do that, the information, the energy that you're sending out there comes back to you in physical manifestation at some point. So it's worth doing that work, especially at this moment, at this time, for you, Aquarius. All right, I've babbled enough. Let's move on to Pisces. Okay, Pisces, we've got the Five of Air, Five of Swords, Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands. So with the Five of Air, somebody could be trying to manipulate you and make you feel ashamed or guilty, or trying to get you to feel those lower level vibrations so that they can control you. So that's something to be aware of. Because with this card, there's a winner and there's a loser usually. So I win, you lose. Excuse me. It's one of those types of cards. What does it say on here? An unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. You see, this manipulative people around when this card comes. So that's something to be conscious of. Middle part of the week, we've got the Seven of Fire. Now, this is somebody who is fighting from a higher level. So you have the advantage, you have the higher perspective, you're able to see more than the other people that are involved in the situation. And I see you fending other people off who are trying to obtain your position. So with this card, you are in a position of power, you are in a position of advantage, and you are knocking other people back who are trying to encroach on your space. So this is very powerful. Towards the end of the week, we've got the Knight of Fire, Knight of Pentacles. No, but not Pentacles, Knight of Wands. So this is the guy that says it's time to take action, and take action now. Okay, so to clear up situations in your life so that you don't miss the opportunities that are coming to you now. All right, so that's very positive. Hope you can take those opportunities, grab them by the horns, and do what you need to, because they're there for you right now, Pisces. All right, thank you for joining me. I think this is one of the fastest ones I've done. But sometimes you do it fast and sometimes you don't. I'm sorry, I'm not entirely with it today. But anyway, you got your predictions. I hope you like them. Like and subscribe. If you want a reading with me, my details are in the description box. You can just text me on WhatsApp, or you can email me at my email address. And do visit me at my website, which is zachariahadil.com. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.